Kelee, I want to ask you about Nolan. His video when he got drafted, how he says to him, you know, they're not going to let me back in Florida. I went to Florida, they're not going to let me back. He immediately responds, "You're going to win, don't you?" You know, has that always been his personality? Knowing the way you do?
Yes, sir, man. Nolan is a huge competitor. I'm a person that wants to win by any means, 100%. So I definitely would say when he said that to Howie, I definitely believe that 100%. And he carries himself like that every day. So.
All the Georgia guys who are here, how do you guys kind of fit together personality-wise?
Yes, sir. I mean, like, from being at the University of Georgia, we have a certain standard the way that we carry ourselves on and off the field. And I feel like just coming here and just being here for these past 2 hours, I've seen that a little bit throughout the entire program. So, yeah, I feel like reflecting on that with us having that University of Georgia, it's really great just to have that mindset coming to a team like this.
What about with the guys who aren't, the other rookies who aren't from Georgia, like guys like Sidney, who you'd be working with, obviously, and defensive back, from Illinois and everything. How do you interact with those guys?
Man, overall, just being an open person, and we all have the same goal, honestly, and that's being able to achieve our dreams at a high level and playing football at a high level, So just being able to help each other. Of course, being on the back end, as you mentioned, guys like Sidney as well. I'm a smart, bright guy, and I feel like when you have those type of guys around you, you're definitely destined to be successful. So.
Kelee, I don't know if you were asked this on the night we talked to you when you got drafted, but the interception you had in the national championship game to kind of clinch the win. We asked no one about it. What's your remembrance of that? Take us through that.
Definitely a huge part of my career. After that specific time, I definitely wanted to tell myself I didn't want that to be one of the specific things that made me who I am. Honestly, just continue to build on things like that. But I definitely would say that just being one of the younger guys on that elite defense and being able to contribute, honestly. So that's really the big thing that I try to pride myself in, is being able to contribute the best way that I can on my team. And I feel like I was able to do that in that moment. So it was a pretty good feeling.
How much you're looking forward to work with guys like Slay and James Bradbury? They're known as sort of two of the more savvy quarterbacks, corners in the NFL. Are you looking forward to it?
100%, man. Definitely. As soon as I get to meet them, just continue to be a sponge. Vets like that. Knowing myself, I like to give guys that are younger than me game on in how they can play certain coverages and things better, or just the ropes overall. So definitely be able to look up to them, and just be a sponge and just continue to learn from them and anything that I can.
You've moved a few different places in your life. Where do you consider home?
Washington State, specifically, was where I was born and raised. But yeah, for sure.
Has anything stood out in terms of coming into the facility that kind of made you kind of realize that you were here in the NFL?
And actually getting out there on the walkthrough, definitely felt like we're getting more of the football things. Of course, the meetings and everything's like that, but when you're out there communicating, talking with the coaches and everything like that, correcting certain things, that's when I was really like, yeah, man, we're definitely here. So everything's starting to get going.
So growing up in the Seattle area at that time, Richard Sherman, what were those guys like as a football fan at that point in the life?
Yes, sir, man. Overall, as you guys see what they do on the field, man, definitely an idol on the outside view as well, like interviews and things like that. Even as we're here right now, but definitely guys like Richard Sherman, 100% me training at the specific spot where he was at the same time, just continue to learn from guys like that and just try to help myself. And so when I get in situations that they have been in the past, when it comes to me, I'm definitely able to attack it differently.
What are your early impressions of Sean Desai and his defensive style and everything, and how does that compare to what you learned, in Georgia?
A great, smart coach, man. Definitely somebody who has a plan in every single thing that he wants to do. And a good amount of things are similar, even to the specific vocabulary that we use when we're out there on the field. So not too much of a big change, but the little things that are, continue to learn those things to be able to execute that out on the field. So.
What kind of insight can you give on what it's like being teammates with Jalen Carter?
Man, a huge hard worker type guy, more of a guy that leads by example. I wouldn't say too much of the guy that's going to get on you like Nolan, like more of the vocal person, but definitely a person that it's like when there's 11 guys out on the field, and if nobody had a number, you definitely know he's one of those guys out there on the field for sure.
What do you know about this Eagles fan base? Do you know much about it? Have you heard anything about it?
I heard the Eagles fan base is a lot like Georgia, really out there, and just great supporters overall. And so one of the things one of the words that I heard you was used was wild. So yeah.
Couple more. Good.